Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you. Delivered at the perfect time in timely fashion, courtesy of the universe through the language of synchronicity. This is a collective or general reading, so just be aware parts may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you, leave the rest. And also, this is a timely reading, meaning that if you are watching it right now, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That could give you further clarity as to your situation now. We're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, and we have, an upside down deck. I apologize. All right, so we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is sitting on her throne, and she sits next to God in the heavens, basically. She is highly, highly intuitive, and this energy is something we all possess. She is sitting between two pillars that are extremes, good and evil, dark and light, Jesus and the devil. That's the energy that this represents. And she has to become neutral to the extremes to be able to be in a calm position, to be sitting in the middle of the situation. And when she is able to quiet her mind and discipline her mind, it gives her the freedom to be able to access her infinite potential through her intuition. So this is the power of infinity to the power of infinity and beyond, basically. It's highly, highly intuitive. We all have the ability. We just need to train our and discipline our mind through meditation and prayer. And you know, it's a matter of practice. And then putting it into practice, really. And then we have lovers coming in here. So this is a story about intuitive lovers. The sun is shining on this situation. The sun does represent God's energy. And the sun is the happiest card in the deck. So this is saying that this would be an ideal couple that would really enjoy each other's company. There's a cloud in between them, which says they don't really know each other that well, or they've never met, you know, kind of energy. That you may have met, but you've never had an intimate relationship, basically. So this could represent someone that you are going to meet soon, because it's coming into the reading here, and we'll see. Well, the High Priestess does pay attention to the cycles of the moon and is very in tune with those cycles. So it's saying there is some sort of energy regarding the cycle of the moon here that would bring, you know, this energy in. And we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords represents one of four kings in the minor arcana, and he is sitting on his throne, and he has the element he represents is the sword. So the swords in tarot are all about your mental intelligence, discipline of your mind, basically your thoughts. And your thoughts are expressed through words, and those words could be either written or they could be verbalized. And this energy is talking about you know, the king, it would be someone in a profession where he uses his words and his thoughts to be able to earn his living, rather than like labor with his hands. And he understands that talk is cheap and that actions speak louder than words. He also understands the power of words, their ability to either elevate people or to, they can be used as weapons. And he puts that into action. So this can represent someone like a politician. You know, it could actually be a king. This would be someone very high up in whatever, they've mastered whatever profession they're in. So this could be a president, a prime minister, someone in the, you know, federal, a minister in the federal government at least, probably a senator, that kind of energy. This also can represent a best-selling author, or it could represent media, someone in social media, an influencer. What else could it be? This, quite often, there's a lot of this energy in the legal, in legalities in the court of law. So this, if this is a lawyer, he would be a lawyer that is high up in the, a partner in a well-established law firm, a head prosecutor, a judge, someone with a lot of, someone who's very official and has a lot of authority in the legal systems of the world. What else could this be? I think I've covered most of that, but you get the gist of this energy. This also could be a surgeon that's highly, very, very well known for doing amazing surgeries, intricate work I'm getting. And then also, someone who's into research, an innovator, like the power thinkers of the world, people that invent and also are doing research into health and that kind of energy. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles represents a gift from the divine and also from the universe collaborating, because it's saying you've stayed on your path, path of glory, and this is your reward for staying on that path and doing, being the best version of yourself that you can be. This Pentacles in the tarot represent health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. Now, a big part of that, of course, is money. And so the coin represents that. The element is actually earth. So this can represent reward of, it can be money, it can be property, that kind of energy, inheritances, it's a large amount. It would be generational wealth, something that is a legacy that you can pass down to your children and your children's children. And the thing is, you could have all the money in the world, but not be living the lifestyle you want. So it's more about lifestyle than it is just about the pentacle or just about the coin. And we have a celebration happening here. Now the cups in the tarot represent love, quite often romantic love, but it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be love of, a child or a family member, a friend. It can be love for your country, or your pets. It can also be about love of something you love to be or something you love to do. Now, this is a card of celebration, but it's a different vibe here, because these three people are toasting, but they're not toasting each other. Like no one's looking at each other. They're all looking at the cup, at the cups. And so this is an energy, like if this is romantic love, why are there 3 cups here instead of 2? So this can't, that you would decipher from that this is not about romantic love. It's about an achievement of some sort. The thing is that when, in many cultures, in particular in Europe, when you are toasting someone, if you don't look them in the eye, regardless of what it's about, you cause 7 years bad luck in their love life, in their romantic love life. And they take it quite seriously. They get upset if you don't look them in the eye when you're toasting. And so this is, whatever they're celebrating. Sometimes this can also represent gossip and slander and that kind of energy. We're going to give them the benefit of the doubt and see where this goes. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles coming in. And so this energy is talking about this reward coming in. And this could be some information that you've been waiting for about some pentacles, like about your lifestyle or something that's going on. The knights would work for the king and the queen and the rest of the, the kingdom, and their job would be to protect it and to deliver messages far and wide. They didn't have long distance communication other than by horse like this, or maybe by camel. So they would have to go, travel for miles and miles sometimes to deliver a message to another king or another court in kingdoms far away, and then travel all the way back with the answer. So this energy, nowadays, of course, we would have the ability to have communication in the snap of a finger. So this could represent, it could be in person, unlikely by horse. The energy is more likely to be, could be a phone call, a text message, maybe you know, you have an email, possibly you're on social media, someone messages you there, or you maybe see an event and you attend the event. And at that event, you run into someone that's the perfect person. They have the information, exactly the information that you need. Or maybe this new lover that's being promised here, that kind of energy. This could be a new lover. Well, this card quite often does represent a new divine partner coming in. This energy, the Knight of Pentacles, as I said, he's the slowest moving knight in the deck. Like, he has to have a board meeting with himself to make every decision. And so it's a little bit like, oh, would you hurry up and get here with that information? But the good thing is, when he does come in with that information, it's a solid offer. The pentacle will be like, you know, a generational wealth, like a legacy, and he will be delivering you like solid information. You have to wait for it, but when it gets there, it's worth the wait, basically. And he'll bring the truth in, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. And so this energy is coming towards you. There's something that you are waiting to hear some sort of truth about. Maybe your intuition is telling you there's something that you need to know, but you logically can't grasp what it is. Intuitively, though, your intuition is saying there's something here, it's bugging you. There's judgment coming in. So judgment comes in from the spiritual realm first, and it comes down to earth. And basically, this is saying there's judgment. Basically, what this means is there's contraction in the universe, and things are being put back in order. And the ancestors are literally coming out of their boxes and cheering. They're so happy to see this coming in. And the descendants are waving to them from the other side of the water here. So this is an energy. It's possible that there could be something that was unfinished business with your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, that kind of energy. This can also represent the energy of Pandora's box being opened. And once Pandora's box is opened, you can't close it. It's just going to the truth will just keep coming out. And usually Pandora's box is full of truths that people don't want to come out. This energy can also represent skeletons in the closet. Maybe some information you don't know about your family. And let's see, we have the Hierophant coming in. So the Hierophant is responsible for bringing this justice in. And so on the physical plane, and the Hierophant represents traditional structure. And he has his right hand in the form of a blessing, saying will be a blessing for you when this information comes in. This information could be about a lover that you already have, or someone from your past that you no longer have anything to do with as well. Generally, this means someone's coming in, but it doesn't have to be. It could be, because sometimes the King of Swords can represent a lawyer that's a divorce lawyer. So it could be something to do with that, and some pentacles, a judgment coming in a court of law. There seems to be a lot of court of law type energy here right now. We have the Hierophant is, as I said, it's from the spiritual realm first. So that will come in the form, if you're a religious person, it would be like the leaders of your church, your bishops, cardinals, the Pope, that kind of energy, gurus, whoever the leaders of your church are. And then if you're more of a spiritual person, it could be, you don't have an intermediary, you go straight to the source energy. This could be, meditation and prayer to connect with God to get the answers that you're looking for. And then we also have this energy of brought down to earth. And of course, through the legal system, physical justice on the planet being delivered, like actual legal justice. There's a lot of money here, a lot of lifestyle at stake. So that's the information. That's confirmation that when this information comes in, it's going to bring some sort of truth. It could be some sort of inheritance or something that you're not aware of. like a trust fund, something like that. It just depends, because this is like the Ten of Pentacles is the ultimate in health, wealth, and happiness in your lifestyle on planet Earth. I mean, it's the golden buzzer. You know, the money's raining down, and you have the perfect location where you want to live. You love you know, you're really enjoying the weather there, and you like the climate, all of that energy. You're with your partner, so you know, you're able to share this energy with your loved ones. You have pets and children, and you know, you even have time to stop and talk to the neighbors. Sometimes this also can imply that there's some hidden gift or some information that would be very lucrative for you to know. So it's that kind of energy, some sort of truth coming in that has been a long time coming. That's why the ancestors are so excited. They're like, finally, justice. And then, yeah, and then look at this. This is interesting because the Page of Pentacles, like when they grow up, like once they grow up and they're 21, they can turn into knights. So this is this knight when he was younger, and it's taken that long for the information to come in. So, you know, the knights are at least 21 and generally more like 35, 40, that kind of energy. So this is, you know, a long time coming. So it's just confirming that this is something that you, that has been there since you were young. So it could be an inheritance or a trust fund or some sort of something that you're not aware of, but the truth comes out about it. And yeah, your intuition has been saying you feel like there's something not quite right maybe going on, and follow that intuition. And does it involve a lover? Like, this is what I think it could be a lover knows about this from your past. I feel like now, within context of all these pictures, of all the picture forming here, we have, just for legalities, we have lawyer energy here. We have a lot of gossip and slander and that kind of energy. We have some information coming in about a lot of money. And we have the Hierophant here, who is supposed to provide justice and judgment being called. And first it's in from the spiritual realm, and then it's called in a court of law. So, and then what do you say in a court of law? I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Yeah, I feel like this is something to do with that. From the bottom going up and back down, we have, some lover energy. There's a judgment being called about this lover. The Hierophant is indicating that it will be a blessing for you. This is something that you were supposed to receive when you were by the age of 21. And it's a lot of money. Like, it's a generational wealth, legacy to be passed down from the ancestors to the descendants. And somehow this is something you didn't receive, and the information regarding that, the truth of that, is coming through. And there's a lot of talk, gossip, and talk about this. A lot of people know about this, including a lover from it could be current or past, because this now is not represented. This is not someone new coming in. This is about this information coming in, and this cloud between them is now talking about the truth not being, the truth is not here between them. Quite often this can represent a third party involvement, but I feel like here it's representing people that are in your inner circle that know about this and you don't, and you've been picking up this energy from that. So let's take a look here. If you feel like, okay, this is enough, I don't need any more information, thank you for your time and energy. Please do give it a like and a comment. That really helps me build my channel, and I really appreciate it. Also, for those of you who want to continue, and I want clarity, I want to see, what is this about? This is a lot of money. And so you know, who is this for? All right, if you want it, claim it. Claim this reward. All right, we have my oracle is Tales from the Vector, and it's from courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I'm an artist, and I painted 64 paintings since 2007. I completed the last painting in 2020. I have had the cards out and about when I used to teach seminars, and in the past, and also at psychic fairs, but I didn't have the entire deck done, and it's a very different energy now that the entire thing is done. I am just gathering the information together. I do have a lot of written information on my website, talesfromthevector.com, and the paintings are listed there in the gallery, and the numbers on these cards represent the order that they're in on the galleries. So we have, look at this, there's to begin a foolish journey. So somebody, if your intuition is telling you that there's some tomfoolery going on, that kind of energy, something that just doesn't sit right with you, you know, when kind of like when you walk into the room, people stop talking, that kind of energy. I feel like there definitely is that some energy where there could be people here who had expectations that they could have this instead of you. Having it is a nicer way of saying stealing it from you. But this is talking about their limitation. Expectations always create limitations, and the truth always comes out. There's something going on here that you don't know about from, and this is like this knight is delivering it now, and he's like, he's an adult, he's a knight. He's been, you know, if he's delivering messages, important messages like these, he's been a knight for a while, and he can't become a knight until he's 21. And this page could have started working, you know, for the royalty around the age of 7, so to 14. So in that time space, did something happen maybe that, and you're like, yeah, I think I know what you mean. It's interesting, isn't it? And so the energy coming in is, there's a Virgo energy on this lover. Now, I just want to say that when I have the horoscope cards coming in, I'm not talking about individuals. My goal here is to identify what is the strengths and weaknesses of each of these signs. If you have your birth chart done, you'll find that you have different planets and signs in different houses, and there's 12 houses in the horoscope chart. So Virgo is one of those houses and one of those signs, and it represents the planet Mercury. Mercury rules over Virgo energy, and that's about communication. So there's definitely something here, possibly that your lover or spouse, someone that you have been, who's in your intimate circle for sure, has some information, knows some information that possibly you don't. And so this energy, you know, Virgo energy is about analytical critique, and sometimes that goes into anal criticism. So this is about, are you going to contribute, or are you going to just be like blaming kind of energy? So there's some sort of energy here about communication that something's not quite right in the communication. And we have indifference. Okay, so this is a karmic space where people are saying, oh yeah, we're all in it together, but behind your back you have this feeling like there's something going on. And when you have that feeling like there's something going on, usually there's something going on, and a lot of people don't trust that feeling. They think, oh, it's just my imagination. But make sure this is a karmic space that people fall into. And usually if it's because of something that they become attached to, and maybe like, look at this is something that's been going on for a long time. Like it's been going on for probably 20 years at least, because of of both of these showing up. And it's about a lot of money, and people know about it. Like there's more than one, like this is an energy of something going on and other people know about it, but you don't. We have Capricorn energy. So the Capricorn energy is ruled by Saturn. And this energy is very ambitious, and it's built that way. The Capricorn energy is the most mature of all the pentacles. And pentacles do represent earthly matters and about bringing the thoughts down into the matter, into physical form, to make the world a more beautiful place. Capricorn energy is really good at seeing all the possibilities within a challenge. Very disciplined energy. Like they take consistent steps of action towards their goals. You think about a mountain goat. Their glyph is a mountain goat that, you know, can climb that mountain no matter what. And the mountain goat is actually a sea goat. So it has like a dolphin tail on the end instead of hooves on a back end. So this, you know, the Capricorn energy is very determined. And so that's and every time there's a challenge, they'll just see it. Well, I guess there's a possibility here, and they'll get up and they'll keep climbing. If they say they're going to do it, they'll do their best to do it. That's the Capricorn when they're at their finest. And they're very responsible about it generally. Unless maybe they're in this energy, which is then, you know, falling into some sort of indifference. And so this energy, the next is, okay, so like this reward, when this comes in, when this information comes in, it's going to put you on a foolhardy journey. Yeah, this is like, and they may be knowing this, and they're like, thought you would never find out. They've been very careful to make sure you don't find out, actually, is what's coming up. And so this is saying that once this information comes in, then you can anticipate being on your foolhardy journey and anticipate some really good energy coming in once this truth comes in for you. The ancestors are literally dancing. They are like, finally, my loved one is going to receive what I left for them. That's the energy I'm picking up. Wow. So there's some sort of judgment being called all the way from the Most High, and it's coming down to earth. No, when the truth is coming in, the truth is coming in. Nobody's going to stop it. That's that one thing a lot of people don't realize. Sometimes people can get away with something for generations, and then bang, the truth is going, like, eventually the truth shows up, and that's the way it is. And usually I don't understand God's timing. A lot of us, we don't understand God's timing, but for whatever reason, God has a plan, and that it's about each of us having a special part in this plan. So this is talking about this energy coming in, and the Hermit is here. My cat just hopped up on my lap, and she's ready to purr for us. So if you're needing some healing energy, she's got a good purr going now, and her feet are starting to go. She's that's her job. You fell asleep on the job. Hey, you were in the other room. She's like, you started a reading without me. Her feet are going now. You might not be able to hear her. I'm wearing a noise canceling mic. Her name is Stella. She really does love the readings, and she loves the energy. She right away can feel, oh, I like this energy. And she's in here like a she's just so funny. All right, I'm not laughing at you. You're doing a really good job of purring. Thank you. So the Hermit is talking about safe travels. So going into this, you know, as I said, Pandora's box can get opened. It's interesting because in my oracle, the safe travels card is the Journeyman, and it's Feshk. He's a little baby hawk dragon. And all my baby dragons have a guardian angel that travels with them because they have a tendency to get into all sorts of mischief. And this little angel is a First Nations angel. He's sitting on a totem pole, but the totem pole is from another time and space, and it's from Japan, and it features the three monkeys. And it's hear no ego, see no ego, speak no ego. So this is a spirit about spiritual adventures. And Feshk is a seeker. And he, in the hermit, traditionally has a lamp and has the North Star energy in that lamp, isolates on the mountain and comes down once he has the information. But this energy is the light in the lantern is actually the aurora borealis, and the aurora borealis is a beautiful phenomena. Then it's often referred to as the northern lights, where the whole sky is swirling colors. And this painting, each of my dragons in my paintings have a location, and this painting is from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, where quite often you can see, because of the flat nature of the energy and the location, it is, the northern lights can be seen there like a lot of the time. So it's a really amazing light show. And so this is the energy coming in from the oracle, is like all these miraculous things that happen on the planet. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. These people, it might have started out as, I don't know, like whoever, like this was meant to be a blessing for you, and someone decided that you shouldn't get it and they should get it instead. So, you know, sometimes people think they have good intentions, but how does that work? That you feel that if the ancestors in their will say, I want this to go to a specific person, and you decide yourself, hey, I don't think they deserve it. I think I do. I'm going to distribute it in the way I think it should be done, not in the way that the will says it's to be done. That's the energy I'm picking up. So this is coming in, though there's judgment being called, and we have that judgment, and it's going to leave you unfettered. When you get this, because something's been bothering you, you may, and even this reading, it might twig your energy, like your intuition. And if you think back into your childhood, different instances of different shift that happens. But the thing is here is that it appears like a significant lover in your life also knows about this information, because that's the first card that came out, and there's no indication of love coming in, a new love coming in. This is sitting right here on this energy of the judgment. So you'll have to use your intuition. This is a random reading, so I never know what's going to come out. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, like, is this relevant? Because I can't tell you exactly what's going on. I can tell you that the judgment's being called for sure. And it is something from when you were younger, and there's a lot of money involved. That much I do know. And there could be someone that is a lover from your past, or even that you're with now that knows about this. So I do hope you've enjoyed this. Give it a like and comment. Listen to your intuition, and go inward and see if you can have some memories coming up that might empower you to find out what this is about. Also, if you enjoyed this reading, consider subscribing. I would be honored to have you as a subscriber on my channel. And I will be back with another reading, a timely reading about random shift. Bye for now. Sorry, Stella, I gotta wake you back up now.